Hello, my dear friends. Hopefully that you guys are doing fine so far and you are ready to watch today's program, Secrets of Beauty. Today's program is very special. I'm going to talk about the airbrush, which I already talked about airbrush in the past. But I just have the airbrush system. I have the colors. I have everything that I'm using on my airbrush makeup. And I already have almost like 2-3 videos, which is we're gonna show after I explain a little bit about the airbrush one. The system that I'm using is a diner, and the beauty of the airbrush system is the way that you guys see it's like very tiny, very nice, and you can carry on, have their own boxes. And this is the equipment that all the power it comes out from here, and it's very nice, and it comes in a different colors, which I love it. It comes almost like 10-12 colors. Okay, and it's very easy to turn it on and turn it off. Okay, and they have this hose that is connected to the machine, and this hose, the air goes from the machine to this gun. Okay, and this is the gun that we are using for the beauty one. There is another gun that we are using for the fantasy one. It's a little bit different. It's like this one. Okay, why it's different? Because when we are doing the fantasy makeup, so let me explain this one actually. When we are doing beauty makeup, we are using the color only few drop, not too much. Okay, and then we can mix the colors, and which the beauty one is like this one. It comes in it comes in a 3 different size, which I always love to use the big size, because you know it's gonna take for so long and so many faces you can do this one. Imagine this one you can use only like almost 3 to 4 drop for every face, and imagine how much you can use this one, and it's very good. And there are 3 different parts. One, it comes like a glamour. So the glamour, it means it mixed with the water. So color and water together. Is it long lasting? But it looks like so flawless and nice, and it's not too heavy. The other one, it's like not the glamour one, but it's what they call the one that is mixed with the like a natural color that it mixed with alcohol. So when it mixed with the alcohol and color, so it's for more problem faces. The area that you can cover the tattoos, like heavy tattoos, colorful tattoos, those are made for that one. And those are stick really good, and for so long. Maybe if you don't wash it, it's gonna stay like 48 hours. And it comes to this like full size like this one. It comes with a medium size like this, and the mini one like this one. This is good when they come to the classes. We are giving them on their choice actually, if they want to have 4 colors like this one, or instead of 4 they can get 2 colors of this one, and then you can have the same color, because it comes in a variety of different colors. That's the good about it, because you can do not only foundation, but you can do contouring, you can do eyeshadow, you can do lip, you can do eyeliner, and you can also do the contouring. And it comes shimmery color, and it comes matte color, which I love, and I'm using all of them. And the good things about that also, this brand has a jojoba oil. This jojoba oil, it mixes with the foundation. What it does, it makes the foundation more moist. Okay, and then even after the foundation, if you use that and you feel like your face is like so dry and like heavy, you don't feel comfortable with that. So what you just use only 1 or 2 drops of the jojoba oil, and wow, it makes it so moister and nice, and you get rid of all the lines and everything. The good things about the airbrush is like you can mix and match it, okay? But you have to be very careful that you don't do any mistakes, because if you do the mistakes, God forbid, if you do like wrong you know, foundation, you put like one spot too much, the other spot less, and then it's like very hard. It's a challenging. I learned all those challenges during these 20 years, so I know how to do it. That's why I teach my students how to do it in a very easy way. But I challenged myself all these past years, and I learned, and I made mistakes. I correct my mistakes, and I study a lot. So that's why my class is going to be very easy to learn, because I'm teaching based on the experience as well. And the way that you see, I talk about it, this airbrush also comes with different stencils. Okay, I love this like eye shape stencil, what we are using. I'm going to show you when we run the video. I'm using this one most of the times, especially for the eye. In corner of the eye, if I want to shape it, if I want to make it like smoky, so it's really, really nice because this part, it covers, so it doesn't let the color goes on your like under eyes or on your skin. It's going to work exactly in the eye area that you specifically want to work with that. And it comes like a different shapes. There are tons of different stencil it comes, and it's, oh my god, it's really, really nice, and it's very good, especially for kids and for the birthdays that I already explained. It's amazing. You have variety of stencil and you can work really, really good. You can come up with the fantasy, even you can put like flowers on the face and in corner of the eyes when you do the eyes. And this one also, it's for the eyebrow. It makes specifically for the eyebrow. It comes like a 4 different type of eyebrow shape. Like you can use it. It comes with arch. Some of them coming without arch, thick and thin, that you can use like very, if you are not comfortable drawing the or fixing the eyebrow, so this stencil is going to help you a lot. And then for the fantasy one, obviously, so we are using this type of shimmer color when we are doing stencils, so we can use this one. And hopefully soon I can show you guys on a real model, which I'm waiting for that to show you guys on a real model with their different like special sponges that you are using it. So, and this is also the cleanser, the this one that you put this cleanser inside, and then you put the airbrush inside, and it cleans for you, because you have to clean the airbrush, the gun, after every single use that you're using it, because you're using different colors, so that's why it's hard, and you have to clean it right away. I suggest and recommend it to all my students, not going to have only one gun, but you have to have at least 5-6 guns. And then sometimes when you are busy, you don't have time to clean it, so you have to do it. Or you are using, for some of you can use it, or you can have also 2-3 type of machines. And then you set one machine only for eyeshadow, so you're not going to mix it with the foundation and contouring and blush one. So it's going to make your makeup much easier. Let's watch the first video, which I showed the airbrush and traditional makeup to some of my AML Academy students who they graduated. And then in this video, it shows like 3-4 different type of makeup that I'm doing it. And I also use the airbrush, and I'm showing them how you can do eyeshadow airbrushes. And then again, the space, it's very important. The good things about this one, let's see, let's have, if we have this, what they call doll head as our model. Okay, I'm just going to show you quick one thing. If you have any spots, you know, like if you have any pimples or anything, any problems on your face, the way that we are doing, the way that we use the airbrush, the gun, it's going so close to that, because the power is like very less, okay? And when we do, we go front and just like very tiny, we push it and then we cover that actually. And then if you want to do the whole face, we're not going to do so close. We have to come a little bit more back from here, almost like 1 or 2 inches, not too far, because you're going to spray it the whole area, even on hair. But if you go too close, it's going to be too thick, and because it's a color and air and water mixed together, so what it goes, if you go too closer and then you put like too much power on that, because you can control the power, like here, you can control it like higher or lower. That's a good things about this one. And then used to airbrush diner had a big one, okay, and it was like very noisy and it was heavy, but more powerful. Obviously, when you have bigger size, the engine is more bigger, so that's why the power is more stronger. But when you have the mini one, again, the engine, it's made by size, but still is like very powerful that you can use it. So what we are doing, we are going far, and then we are spraying. The way that we are spraying, we are not doing this one or this one. We just like gently, we go around the face, and only like 1 inch is enough. When you are going to use the blush, so obviously the blush is going to be like very closer. I hope the video is ready so we can go and watch the live on makeup that I've done on with models actually. And what we are doing, again, when we are coming to do the blush is going to be like closer. Again, we are controlling the air, the power. It has to go lower, okay? When you're doing eyes, because the eyes, you have to be very, very close, very close. So you're going to put the power very, very low, okay? And then you are using like a mini type of pressure on this one. Because if you do too much pressure, wow, it's going to be like spray all over, especially on the hair. But you know what, like you have to be careful when you're doing the airbrush. One of the secrets is like we have to cover the whole hair. Why? Because automatically, if you want it or not want it, what it does, it's gonna be on top of the hair, and it's like it leaves like a white spot, like you feel like you have a gray hair, and then you have to clean it, and it's gonna take time to do that actually. The most important part is it's a cleanser. This is the one. Without this, we cannot clean it. With the water, it doesn't get clean. So what we do also, after each one, we are using this. We are using like few drop, and then it works. But the good part about the how you can mix the colors actually together. So we can, let's see if you have two type of foundation, we want to use it. So obviously I have to mix it. The way that I mix it, I'm just gonna add like few drops on this one and like 2-3 drops on this one, and I'm gonna keep the nose, this part, and then I'm gonna push like this one. So when I do this one, inside is like a bubble, and then it mixes the color, and then after that you have to use it. You don't have to, it's a wrong that if you just like drop the color and use it right away, no. Because what it does, the last color, it's gonna be on top, and the first colors, it's on the bottom. So obviously when you're doing the airbrush, so the bottom part is gonna be spray, which is not the right color. So because you're mixing two colors, it's very, very hard when you have darker colors. Let's see if you're using black or green or colorful, very like warm colors that you're using. It's hard to clean it. That's why I always suggested to have like at least few guns and then maybe 2 machines, and it's not like really expensive. What it does, like in our classes, I do included the product actually, and it's very, very good. So again, that there are like 3 different type of package it comes, and this package, it's like your choice. If you want to go big, so you're obviously buying the full package, it comes with a different and variety of color of your choice. We're gonna give you the color sheet, and then from that we can choose the colors and use it. But obviously I definitely help them like in any category that you go. So based on that category, I help you to choose the color, because I don't want you to get the color that you're not using and wasting your money for that. But definitely when I give you the color chart, I teach you how to use colors together, okay? And then for the airbrush contouring, they have the highlight and they have the contour. So like they have the highlight one, which is the color light, and then we have the contouring part, which is the dark one. Good things about this, I mean, if you're buying like, let's say 2 dark color for the contouring, because you don't know what type of face you're going to have. And like always I told you beginning that we are going to use whatever foundation we do. For the contouring, we go 2 shades darker for the contour and 2 shades lighter for the highlights. And the highlight, it has to be next to the dark to show the dark color. Without highlighter, you cannot do the contouring. Obviously, it's not going to show. It's going to show only the dark spot. But as soon as you put any lighter color next to it, it's wow. It's going to show, and it's going to glow, and it's going to look so flawless and beautiful. It's going to show your work. And remember, And also I learned myself like how to do blending with this machine. Obviously, when I took the classes, they didn't teach me everything. Whatever I learned the basic. And then it comes and I start working on that. I become famous on airbrush makeup, and I've done it for like so many years. And what I did, so I learned from there, and then I added to my experiences each time. Because imagine like every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, full of brides and full of makeup customers, and you're doing almost like 10 to 15 a day, and then you're using airbrush. So imagine how much you can learn yourself each time you were doing it. And also when I teach, I learn and I experiences also. And it's good about that one also. So we, the way that I mentioned, so I don't know why our video is not showing. So flawless and even and beautiful and long lasting. Okay, now I'm working on the eyes. So why I'm doing this one? Because I want to teach my students like how we can mix the traditional with the airbrush makeup together to look more beautiful. If you use only airbrush, it's not going to show the beauty the way that you mix traditional and airbrush together. It's amazing. So, and like on this video, I've done like 3 different one, and the other one I'm just gonna do the full airbrush one. Those are my students who they graduated, and they love to watch it. And also I encourage them to do the same things. Means when they are graduating, they should do a video and having models and practicing and make a portfolio for them, which I always told about it, and I'm very, very serious about to making profile. Okay, this we done, and this is the airbrush. Do you see like I use the what it is, the show, and especially when we have live model, I can give you the tutorial of step by step how you can use those actually. And this was the first video that like very quickly we show both type, like traditional mixing with the airbrush one. And believe it or not, like in the past like maybe 2-3 years I stopped doing the airbrush, like maybe 2 years, because all these new brands it came to the market, you know. There are so many makeup product came to the market, and everybody used the traditional one, and we start doing it. Otherwise still I'm doing the airbrush, whoever is recommended. And for the movie definitely we are doing airbrush again, because it's like a long lasting one. And I want to show you this one actually. This is the bottle, and this is it's the top actually. So what we are doing it, okay, you can even, yeah, when I was talking about the fantasy makeup, if you want to cover the tattoo, okay, you don't have to drop it, because this is like a very little. You have to drop, use it, and then drop again, and then use it. It's a time consuming, and it's gonna make you very, very tired, okay, because you have to always use the color, because it goes so fast, especially when it's a high power, and you have to use all the way this gun to the end and spray it faster, so the color goes faster. But what it is, they are creating this one with the hose. What it does, so it goes, let's see, imagine this is the color, okay, and this goes inside, we secure it, and with this one, this gun that is designed only for this one, it goes actually here, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, see how, and Diner only has this one, which I love it. This is like a very, very nice. So what it does, so you have the full color, okay? And then again, you can have, if you have two different machine, you can have two different gun, okay? And then use those colors. Let's see if you want to do the dark color and light color, so you don't have to take it out and change it, because when you are taking out again, you have to make sure that you are cleaning this part. Again with this machine and then with this cleanser. If you don't clean it, the color goes inside. And then if you forget, let's say if you have dark color and now you have to use the light colors, and then if you forget to clean it, what's gonna happen? It's gonna spray the dark color first. So imagine on your light part that you have to do, the dark spray comes. And right away after it comes and set on the skin or face, and it's very hard to clean it because it gets dry right away. So you have to careful that you are cleaning. So you better have different gum to make your life easier. So what it does when you're putting here, and then you can spray it as much as you want. Okay, nice and neat. And that's it. If you want to use the color, the other color, you can use it. On this video also, it shows about the airbrush, how far the space, the distance between the face and between the equipment, so how far you have to use it. The way that you are spraying, do you see like how much spray, when they spray it, it's so heavy and it comes all the colors and everything. So you have to make sure that when you are doing the airbrush, your hands circle is not gonna be too fast. You have to go very careful and spray. Why I am teaching the first day only how to use the machine and how far you can go close for the spot and how you can go far for the spraying for, like, let's see, foundation or eyes and everything. You are learning at the first day and you're practicing a lot. Knowledge. There is no way that you just take the gun and just spray it, because it's going to be very, very hard for you, and it's going to be, trust me, until you which part that you done wrong, you're going to confuse it, and then you're going to mess. And then if you're working on the customer, it's going to be very, very hard, trust me. What it does, the customer is going to be fed up, first of all. The time consuming that you're doing, you're going to be panicked, not even if you're showing outside, but inside, you're going to be very nervous. And guess what? When you are nervous, you cannot work. That's one of the things that always, the time that you are working, you have to be very comfortable, relax, and have full control of what you are doing. That's a very, very important. That's the key for the success that you have. You can have so many clients in a short period of time. And always you have to practice it. Practice and learn how you can become faster. So when you become faster and accurate more, so you can have more clients and you can have better services for your clients. And then this one, it shows the gun exactly like on her face, like how far. Do you see the hands? It shows like that's the distance between the gun and your face. It has to be not too close and not too far. They explain like really, really good. But this is for like a basic normal stuff. This is like one of the techniques. In the airbrush, there are so many techniques that you have to learn. That's why the classes are 3 days, you know, and then when we have online classes, definitely I'm going to go and I'm going to show you the airbrush makeup that you can learn all the techniques, and I'm going to go more details. Tutorial step by step, like for the full different type of makeup. That's the way. So this is the way that it shows like on hand, the color. And then if you don't spray it evenly, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be look very, very bad. And then what you have to do, if you cannot control it, okay, you have to wash it, the whole things, and redo it again. So that's a time consuming. So before you do anything, even for your face, on your face or with the clients, you definitely have to make sure that you have fully confidence and you know the technique, how to use it. You know how to mix the color. You know how to blend the color. You know how when you're doing for the eyeshadow techniques, you have to use, you know, like let's see if you're doing the what they call like three different colors for the eyeshadow, you have to mix it. Obviously, you're just not gonna do like spot, spot, spot. Obviously, you have to mix those colors and blend it really nice. Okay, and then also I'm going to show you right after, because when you are spraying, right away when it goes on the eyes, it's like wet. Okay, because obviously it's a color mixing with the water. So it wet and you don't have to touch at all, because if you touch it, you will mess it. So the secret is like you have to, when you're spraying, even for the face and for the eyes, you have to leave it for 1 minute or 1 second to let it dry, and then you can apply another color to that. Okay, because when it's wet and the other color it comes, it mixes and it's run the, you know, like the shadow, and it's gonna come out from the way that you guys supposed to do it. This is the way that you are doing the circle, that you are doing your face, okay? And here it just only shows the technique how you are doing it, actually. But for the foundation and for the spots, talking about the spot, you know, zits and all this stuff. So what you do, so you know like how close you go and how far you can do for the whole face. And then the thing about the airbrush, like I always love to do the face first, because automatically when we are doing the airbrush, you know, the color in the air, it sets on the eyes. And if you do the eyeshadow first with the eyelashes and eyeliner, all this stuff, and then if you miss a little bit of that, so it's gonna be, you know, ruin your eyeshadow, and then I don't like that. But on the traditional one, obviously you can do eyes first, and then you can do the airbrush later on. But if you have very confident on the airbrush also, if you're practicing a lot, you can do the same things. If you love to do the eyes, and then you do the face, okay? Because what it does, like when we are doing the makeup, we are avoiding the whole area of the eyes, the circle, under eyes, okay, until the cheekbones and the above the eyebrows, okay, right on the eyebrows. So you have to be very, very careful how you are spraying, so you're not gonna mess all your makeup. This is obviously, it only shows. The way that she does actually is like a bit real confidence. When you are watching and you said, oh my God, it's so easy, let's do it. You know, buy it and use it, but it's not like that. You know, it's a challenging, and obviously you have to practice and learn the techniques, because otherwise if you don't know and if you don't learn all this stuff, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna get tired of using that, and you're not gonna love to use it. But if you're doing the technical way and with the knowledge and experience, you will fall in love with that. I promise that, because I fall in love with the airbrush for almost 20 years. And still I love it, okay, and I have fully control, and I learned a lot, and I teach all my techniques to my students. Okay, this was our today program, the airbrush, and hopefully that soon, when this pandemic is over, so we can have like live models, and then I can show you really, really beautiful stuff with the airbrush and mixing all these beautiful colors together. Hope you like the program, and don't forget to watch every day Togetherness Media and watch Secrets of Beauty, and go and download the app and tell all your friends to download it, and take advantage and enjoy beautiful program of Togetherness Media that 24/7 it's made for you guys. Thank you very much. Have a safe evening until tomorrow. Love you.